What is up, everyone? So I was just about to change the strings on my Carvin, and I thought, why not do a little video about maintaining your guitar fretboard, just showing you my personal approach to cleaning and maintaining a guitar fretboard. It's actually the same method that is used by Jeff Kiesel, so if you don't trust me, you can watch his video. Now, as you can see in these shots, the fretboard is really filthy, and you can see the marks of playing and all the dirt. So what tools and stuff do I have here? First of all, we got a microfiber towel, and then of course your strings. These are D'Addario NYXL 11 to 64 gauge for 7 string, obviously. A string winder, which you probably need if you don't have locking tuners. I'm probably not gonna need this today. Next up we have steel wool. Make sure to use the finest steel wool that you can find. I think you call that, I don't know, 4O steel wool. Then of course something to cut the strings, a regular towel or piece of cloth. And then I got Fretboard Lotion by Duesenberg, which is really good and also smells very nice. Then I got some tape. We're gonna use that to mask off neck pickup, because as you may know, steel is magnetic and we have magnets here, so the steel wool is going to accumulate here, and to make it easier to remove that, we just tape it off. Last but not least, depends on where you're working, you need a vacuum cleaner. So I'd say we just start off with removing the surface dirt with the microfiber towel. Also, while you have the strings off, you can clean your headstock, because usually it's really hard to get the dust off when the strings are on, so you can do that too. Also, here between the pickups, okay, now we get that done. Let's tape off the neck pickup. Done. So now comes the cleaning part. Wait, I need scissors. Okay, now let's cut off a piece of steel wool. Very nice. And now you just start off by rubbing off all the dirt. Don't be afraid. Yes, it actually removes a tiny bit of material off the fretboard, but it thoroughly cleans the pores. Additionally, what you're going to do when you go over the frets, you're going to polish the frets. You're gonna notice a big difference there. They're gonna shine up and be just like new. You don't have to press very hard. Make sure to clean just there, right beside the fret, because there's also a lot of dirt accumulating. Now, as you can maybe see, there's a lot of steel wool dust now around, and to get that off, I'd say we take the vacuum cleaner. Now, I have this brush on here, but I'm not going to touch the fretboard. I'm just going to hold it like that and go over it and suck the dirt in, and especially here, and of course just on the table. Okay, now the fretboard looks very dull and dried out. Now let's just go over it again with the microfiber towel. Looks very nice already, but it looks kind of dull and It's not such a deep ebony black that you want to see. This is where the fingerboard lotion comes in. Grab your cloth and I wrap it around the finger just like that. You don't need a lot. I think like one toss on your cloth is enough for 2.5 threads. You can see now the cloth is collecting a lot of dust that is still on there. Now you don't want the oil to run down your neck, you don't need that much. It's just to keep the wood healthy and moist. Okay, now let's soak that in for a couple of minutes. We're gonna remove the excess oil later on. Let's take a look at the strings. Okay, let's put away the stuff that we don't need. Just go over it again with the cloth and take away the excess. Let's let that dry for like 10 minutes or so. We can remove this already. Okay, now it's time to put the strings on. The fretboard looks pretty shiny again, almost like new. I mean, almost. I must say I'm a real big fan of the NYXL D'Addarios because they really last a very long time. I usually tend to start with the bottom string because if you start like up here, this string is going to be in your way when you want to wind up this one and this one. So just going to demonstrate that for one string. If you got lucky tuners, you are lucky because you can just pull the string through. Give it some tension as much as you can and then fix the tuner. Okay, so perfect tuning already. And then now it's important to wind the string up with some tension. So I take it here and then I wind it up. That's pretty high. Okay, I think I'm gonna time lapse the rest now. So see you then. Now as you can see, I'm winding the very high E string. I'm winding that up at just a regular tuner because that happened twice to me already, that when I wanted to lock the string in the tuner that it just snapped and the string was broken. With that system, when the string breaks, you know, it's not long enough to fix it again in the tuner, so you could basically throw away that string. So and ever since then I'm always winding up the high E string in the traditional way. As you can see, I'm always keeping tension on the string so it won't go out here and you get a nice turn up. And this is where a string winder comes in very handy. If I had enough hands, yes. That looks nice. Oh, and by the way, when you tune it and you're just wondering why it won't stay in tune, and you just say, it's like the new strings. No, that's not true. Even with new strings, it should be like in tune after 10 minutes and not after 10 days. And what you're doing wrong then is you're not stretching out the strings enough. Okay, sorry, that had to be done. And then it's okay to tune it to the proper pitch. Then you pull on the string, give it tension. I mean with ease, not like a maniac, because then it will break, obviously. With some feeling, pull on the strings. It's going to be detuned, so tune up again and do it all over again until it won't go out of tune again. At that point you stretched out the string enough so it's completely stretched out and it's ready to be played. Yeah, I hope this was a bit entertaining and informative. Just made this very spontaneously. Right now I'm just preparing the guitar for recording my No Ostriches EP. That's already it. Now let's take a quick look at the guitar. Looks like new. Almost. Nah. They have already fingerprints. But yeah, okay. See you next time. Bye.